this is different. Okay. I'm so used to being horizontal. This is weird. Okay. Do I have... I do. Okay. Where is my pincushion? Ooh, pin's coming out. There we go. Tell you what, this is the most challenging part, is getting these appliques on here without sticking myself. I usually end up with multiple little pinpricks on my hands. Oh, I think it's my bobbin running out. Something has went awry. What is going on? Interesting. Oh, it's sewing fine in the back. Let's take a second and see what's going on. Huh. That's bizarre. Okay. Let's rethread the upper part. And snip that as well. That's really weird. I'm not sure how that happened, but somehow it threaded, extra thread went back through the eye of the needle. I don't know. Okay, we're good now. So we will just carry on. As soon as I get these sewn on, I will show you what I want to do next. Before I put the patchwork down the side of the jeans, I'm going to show you what else I'm going to add. You know, weather's getting warmer, Easter's almost here, spring, times changed. So my thoughts have been about springtime, which is what inspired me to add what I'm going to be adding. I'll pull this a little closer so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, so right now I am just stitching on some floral pieces, sort of applique. And I'm doing it with a zigzag stitch. And I'm leaving the edges raw because you're going to get that kind of shabby chic kind of boho, the fraying look, which will just add to the character of these jeans as they get washed more and worn. But the zigzag will keep it from completely fraying into and then coming off of the jean, which is great. I'm trying to take my time because I do not want to sew over any of these needles. I mean, it can be one thing. If you're one of those people that like to sew over their needles, that's great. And it can be done. I think it's easier though if, you know, you're just doing a straight line and not having to like go around curves and such. You just run a bigger risk of accidentally hitting one of them, which I don't want to do. I know that's a touchy subject for a lot of people. You're either one of those people that do sew over them or you don't. But I say do whatever you do. Okay, see, we got those on so far. Now we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 more to sew on. So we're going to get those done. These jeans are quite heavy. Turn these a little bit, coming around the big arch. And sticking myself, ouch. Okay. Push this through. Like I said, this is the challenging part of doing this. But I like the challenge of it. And it's worth it in the end. I got some, hope you guys don't mind, but I just looked for some royalty-free smooth jazz music to put in the background. I don't know if you can hear it or not. That's something else you can find great on, easy to find on YouTube, is just some nice royalty-free background music that's calming, relaxing. All right, making good progress. Oops, my thread. And where's the underneath? All right, let's see where we want to go next. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is continue on the slide today. But I think what I might do this week, because I do, put out a long form video on Wednesday. I think once I get to my finishing point today, what I'm going to do is film the rest of the process and upload it to my channel this week so you can see how I finished everything off. Because one thing I'm going to definitely have to do is spend some time behind my embroidery machine, because I told you I had yet another brilliant idea. And I want to get these done and get them in my shop and start on, I don't know how many of you are like this. If you sew or if you craft, anything really, if you do anything creative, while you're in the middle of working on a project, do you ever find that you get a brilliant idea for another project or two that you want to start right away, and you're sitting there telling yourself you really need to complete what you started first, but you just can't help yourself? That's kind of the position that I'm in right now. Like, I have some ideas of things that I want to do, want to start, and I'm just trying to be disciplined to finish off things that I've started first. I guess it's human nature. I'm sorry I got started a little late today. I was trying to finish up a couple of things, and my husband is off work right now, and that always offers a challenge, because I need to work around, things that he needs to do as well, and sometimes it's not quiet, and, shifting around again. We're getting closer. After this, I have one more, basically what I want to call an applique to put on. And then I want to give you a view of the jeans, front and back, so you can see everything I've done so far. Because one thing I haven't done live, because I didn't want to bore you guys, was I did a lot of visible mending, like Shishiko style embroidery on a few of the solid color patches. And so I've been working on, if you saw my one video, you got to see one of them I was working on. That was the video where I was talking about accidentally using the same color thread marker as I did thread, so that when I put my embroidery pattern on my backing, you know, the stabilizer, that it was the same color. It made it very difficult, but I did finally get it on. It just took me a little while. I tell you one thing, I learned a lesson. I'll never do that again. I will be much, 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 much more careful. Now, I know I have one more. No, there it is. I said, I know I had one more to sew on. And it's not as big as what I just did, so this won't take as long. And then, oh. Yeah. Let's wind a bobbin, shall we? I should have pre-wound another one and I didn't, but that's okay. It won't take long. I'm glad I caught that. I hate when I lose bobbin chicken. There we go. Yeah, for those of you who the patch that I was talking about, this is the one. This is the one where I accidentally drew the design on, not realizing that I was going to be using the same color thread. And it took a little while to get through, but it looks fine. It's going to look fine. This is all going to wash off because once you wash it, it's water soluble, so it disappears, and all you have left then, all you have left at that point is the beautiful stitches that you put on. So, and I don't have to worry about the marker because I used a water soluble marker as well. So as soon as it gets wet, it disappears. You know what? I need to clip that little tail so it doesn't get in the way. There we go. Okay. Now let's get our bobbin back in. So yeah, I will definitely be much more careful about that in the future. I need to just purchase some different color water-soluble markers, or I don't know. Lesson learned. Okay, now let's get this last patch on so that I can give you a full view of everything that I have done with these jeans so far. And then I will show you what I want to add next. I think these jeans are going to be really nice for someone who, if you're someone who loves yellow, you love purple, especially if you love the colors together, and you're looking for a really cute pair of jeans to wear this spring, these are definitely going to be it. I love mine that I made. I've worn them several times, and they're so comfortable, and they're just pretty. People, I've actually had people stop and ask me where I got them, and I was very proud to be able to tell them that I did it myself. And that was the last one. Alright, cut my threads off of it. Alright, let me get, just push this back a little bit. And we'll come over here. And I will show you everything that we have done on these jeans so far. This is the third time I've went live working on these. Alright, so here we go. Oh, there we go. Alright, so lay them out and you can get a good look at all of the patchwork and the visible mending. The patches, this stressing. Remember, we also did the stenciling on here in the background. Those are the front. Let me turn it over so you can see everything that we've done to the back. We'll start with the top of the jean. There we go. As you can see, we did the visible mending right here. Remember, because we had some holes that developed when I cut off the original pockets. Or, well, didn't cut them. I did seam ripping. So, made brand new pockets for the back as well. And then you sit you back down. There we go. And we also had done the stenciling and the appliques and more visible mending on the back. So we have lots of layers of color and texture. And I know this is coming across kind of weird on the camera, but in person it looks really cool. But I think we're going to add one more thing, one more layer of texture and color. So let me lay this out. Another reason I was running a little late was I didn't realize. It took me a while to find this on, I used embroidery.com for my things for my sewing machine, or my embroidery machine. And I decided that with all of these flowers and designs that we needed butterflies. So it took me a little time. I stitched this out on a double layer of the water-soluble interfacing or stabilizer. And I did, the back layer is just the tulle and the spool netting. So I thought that would actually kind of help, and you're not really going to see it. So I'm not going to put this in water and dissolve it first. What I'm going to do, I don't know how many of these I need to make. I'm trying to figure that out now. But I think to add some butterflies along with these patches would be really pretty. And I love this color because the lavender color really does match. It really pulls out the colors. But I'm also thinking, instead of doing just this color, just the lavender, I'm also thinking about doing some in a pastel yellow. That's coming across really bright on screen. It's not that bright, but it's kind of the same saturation of color as the butterfly. But I thought maybe some yellow, and maybe I should do some of this like seafoamy green too. Maybe I should do a couple butterflies in the lavender, maybe a couple in the yellow, maybe also a couple in that real pretty seafoamy kind of green, which also appears up here, and add those with the patches. And then from there, I will be making, because remember, we still have the sides open, so I can sew everything on. And then what I'll do is go ahead and make the patchwork that goes down the side. Now with these jeans, I'm not going to put elastic. Remember with mine, they were too small. They were just a touch too small. My jeans were just a little uncomfortable. But this denim actually has quite a bit of stretch already to it, as you can see it giving. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to just insert the section and take it all the way down the side. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my embroidery machine. I think I'll definitely do another of the purple or the lavender. And then I will have to search for maybe something that kind of, maybe a green color like this, or maybe this sagey like aqua blue, um, and some yellow butterflies. And then I think once I get that done, it'll be time to close up the seams on either side and then give them a good wash to get rid of all of the water, because we have a lot of water soluble items on here. The butterflies backing is water soluble, as is everywhere that I did the visible mending. So that will all disappear, and all you'll be left with is the pretty patch as well as the lovely stitching that's on top of it. So I'm going to go for now. I think I've been here for about 30 minutes just to kind of update you on everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to work on these for the rest of the day, and I will film the process, and then I will give the final reveal on my video on Wednesday when I release it. I try to get my video up between 1 and 2:30. I'll make an announcement beforehand just to let everybody know when it's going to be up. So that's what I'm going to do. I hope anyone who sees this or anyone who had popped in has a wonderful afternoon. Thanks for joining me.